But today we have a special guest. We have AMUthaMC. He's going to be jumping on real soon. But I'm excited because he's going to be dropping a song tomorrow.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Good, man. What are you been up to, bro?
Nothing, bro. It's just rehearsing because I'm walking out Jai tonight.
Bro, can't wait, man. You guys are like first cousins, eh?
Nervous. Yeah, first cousins.
Man, what a small world, man.
I know, bro. I remember when he told me that you guys sparred. And I was like, bro. And this was when I was still in school.
Yeah.
And I went and told Sonny, I was like, so my cousin sparred your brother.
Bro, I sparred Jai when he was like 17, bro, and he still held his own. Like, bro, he's gifted. And I got to meet Tubbs for the first time, and like we've kept a good just like a social media relationship, but we always support.
Yo.
So now
don't worry, bro. We're family, and I still keep a social media relationship, bro. They're always training, bro. You know?
We're proud of you, bro. Like, you're gonna be performing your song tonight.
Yeah. They wanted me to perform my tune.
Man, cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
If you've been living under a rock, this is AMUthaMC. He's a local rapper from Forest Lake. The relationship I have with Amu, my little brothers went to school with Amu, and they all made music together. And actually, the first time I was introduced to Amu, Sonny shared you remember back in the days when Melbourne was making noise? And all the different areas. Yeah. And then it's the water, bro. My boy's holding it down for Brisbane. And then he said reply. And I was like, oh, that's me.
Yeah, bro. Bro, I remember he called me that day and he was happy as, bro.
Yeah, I personally don't know AMUthaMC only because I'm not into music that much. I'm a bit of a rock kind of person, but I would be singing along to That's My Tune. Will would be like, do you know what you're singing or who you're singing? And I'm like, So then he gave me a bit of a But then I started following you on social media, and without knowing you, I kind of picked up a bit of your character. And a lot of people I start following and then I unfollow because I'm not too sure like what I'm following. But I like that you stay consistent with who you are, so appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
The reason why we've invited Amu to join us today for a chat, he's dropping a track tomorrow. When this is, it would have been last week, but it's dropping tomorrow, and we just thought we want to give some attention to it and also just bring Amu on so he can explain himself, the meaning behind it, because I think it's going to have such a positive impact on our community, especially our poly community. We have very high suicide rates and things, so
with this song is very special to me. I will be dropping it on the 23rd, the day my best friend passed. I will be dropping it at 6:02, which is the time that she passed as well. And it's just it's a song about me putting myself in the situation of someone that's suicidal, going through. So the storyline is a father that gets drunk and beats his son. And because the song is called Pain Will Transfer, his father beat him when he was drunk. So it's like generational pain. So the pain transferred from the grandfather to the father and the father to the son. But what the son is saying is that, like, my dad is a good dude, but, you know, he only got to pick up what he was taught. The whole reason I did the Pain Will Transfer is because now that he took his life, the pain is transferred to his mother. The pain will always transfer. And that's what I wanted to do with the song, is just advise people to keep searching for help. Because I feel like a lot of people try and take on suicide front on. I know that, like, I'm not some expert or anything, but I know that it never works. Yeah. So I decided to attack the step before, and that's how you deal with your pain. Like, if we learn how to deal with our pain, you know, it'll just make life easier for everyone. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the whole point of the song is, you know, don't stop looking for help. You know, because at the end of this clip, I don't put any solution, because I don't want to pretend like I have a solution for suicide, because I don't. You know, like no one does. But one thing I know is that my mom always told me there's 3 kids. You know, one kid calls the helpline, it works for him. The second kid calls the helpline, it doesn't work for him. He goes and sees the guidance officer, that works for him. The third kid calls the helpline, doesn't work for him. goes to guidance officer, it doesn't work for him, but he goes to church and it works for him. So what I'm saying is there's different ways that people deal with their pain. So I don't want to give away of putting a helpline at the end of my clip and saying, call the helpline, when the helpline may not help someone. You know what I mean? Like for me personally, how I deal with my pain, I like to go for a walk. Like everyone in my family knows that. Like when I'm angry, I just go for a walk anyway, you know? So if I can advise people to deal with their pain their way, then without letting the pain transfer to someone else, then that's the whole message behind the song.
You have a special influence being a rapper, and
100%.
I think with the younger generation coming up, whether we like to admit it or not, like the rappers have a lot of influence, and so I can appreciate you doing something positive. It'll still come off trendy, but it's also a meaningful message, you know?
Right. And I to be honest, Brad, like I didn't do this one for my career. Like I did this one because first of all, the date means so much to me, and second of all, I just don't want anyone to go down that my friend did.
Yeah.
You know, because once that pain transferred to me, like I quit music for 3 years. I was just in a dark place with dealing with it, you know. And now I learned how I dealt with it my own way. I hope to show other people that there's ways to deal with it, you know.
So when you say, you know, like the music stopped for 3 years, what was the turning point? What did you do?
I actually had a talk with someone that's close to me, and you know, they told me, you know, you need to stop dwelling, because I blame myself a lot for with what happened, because it was just one of those situations where, you know, I was just too late. I missed the call and it was too late, you know. So I carried that on me for ages, and then I just had a close family member tell me, like, you know, don't you think she'll be more proud if you go out there and make music and do what you love and still embrace her at the same time? And that really motivated me to get back into music, and not just that, just to influence kids like this. You know, I know the drill thing's cool right now. I know all the Afro stuff is cool right now, but you know, sometimes it's bigger than making bangers. It's about making a message. You know, that's what hip hop started with, and you know, that's who I am.
You're right on the money. I actually work in the heart of Woodbridge with kids that are 16 to 21, and it's like a short stay facility. So we pick them up from Logan Hospital. You know, all the influences don't go away, so they still listen to the music. They're still connected to the social media. They're all, you know, they're trying to get therapy, but you know, they'll come out and say, oh, have you heard this song and that song? Your impact on the music, you're on the money. Like, it will actually do some good for them. Yeah,
that's what the whole aim was. Like, even if it's just to start that conversation, like even if the kids don't listen to it, you know, because it's not going to be what the trend is, you know. But even if it just starts a conversation or sparks something in their mind, like, you know, that your pain will always transfer if you take that extra step. That I wouldn't wish that pain that I went through on anyone else. You know, the actors and actresses in the clip, they did really well, and they connect with the message as well. So I hope it brings it home. You know.
During your times, on your downtimes during the 3-year period, paint for us a picture kind of like what the mindset was like and how you would tackle each day.
Oh man, every day was like, when everyone would say every day was a new day, it was just, that was a negative for me, you know?
Yeah.
It was just because I went from seeing someone every day, you know, I was with her every day. She was at every show of mine. It's always the people that you think won't go through with it. They always do. So every day was like, maybe I would never leave my room. I quit my job. I couldn't concentrate. Got counseling done, and you know, because my family's never lost someone like that as well. My family didn't know how to approach me at all. You know, it was like they're walking around eggshells. You know what I mean? Like, my mom would say something like, "It's so hot, man. I just want to kill myself." And then she'll be like, "Oh, sorry." Like, and then everything would just get awkward, you know? I became like a poster boy of someone that lost someone from something, you know? So it was real tough, like, and I feel for my family, because I know they didn't know how to deal with it either.
Yeah.
They could see me like declining, but they didn't know how to stop it, didn't know what to say. And I think it was just a personal move. Like, you got to make the decision yourself to get up and live for your lost members and your lost family members and friends. So it's really up to the person. Bro, it was hard, eh? It was real hard.
The reason why I asked you to share this is because some people may be in that dark time right now. And so for them to hear you share that, maybe they can feel like they can relate to you. And because they've seen you come out on the other side, beginning of 2020, you dropped a song with Lance, James. You started to find your groove again with the music thing, and then they get repeated on our playlist all the time. It's just,
thank you, bro.
It just shows like from a 3-year low, like you're stuck in this dark time. Like a lot of people are actually going through it right now.
Yeah.
But then if they look at how you've come out the other side, like they can find hope in that.
Yeah.
And now, you know, you guys toured to Darwin, like, you know, you took that negative energy of your friend and that guilt, and you took it and you're like, she's looking at me, I'm gonna try and make her proud and make it worth something and try and use my power to influence for positive.
100%, bro. And like making the first step was the hardest, you know, because I didn't know if it was gonna make me forget about her. I didn't know if like the fame would get to my head and I'll change up. Like I didn't want to, you know, it's like I didn't want to forget about her. You know what I mean? But I realized doing it, like I'll never forget about her. You know, she's in my music every day. She's with me every day, and that's how you just gotta think, you know. But the first step is always the hardest. But once you get out of there, you're good, you know.
I was thinking about your song, you know, with My Team, right? And it's got the lyrics about be careful for like the ones that deceive you and then don't keep the same energy when they're around you, kind of thing. So when I think about that, like I'm a firm believer you're a product of the 5 people you hang around most or that influence your life. So is that got something to do with that, like who you hang around?
It's mainly the people that want to hang around now. You know, as Will would know, like me and his brother, like we always kept the same circle. So everyone that was in that clip, we've been close since kids, you know. But there's a lot of people that are coming in now, you know, that you got to watch and see if they actually here to benefit you or if they're here to benefit them, you know. So that's pretty much what it's about.
We're just proud of what you're doing, like, and I talked to Sonny about how his music and that's going, and he always just tells me, like, you know, like, I'm keeps it real. You know, he's the same dude from school. He's keeping it real with his music. You can see your character come through in your songs. I like it when Meet listens to your songs because you always have good hidden messages, you know. And he likes it because he thinks it's cool, and it is cool. But like, there's also like messages in there too, which I like him too. Just before we go, some questions just so people can get to know you a bit. Biggie or Pac?
I'm a Biggie guy.
Big Mac or Whopper?
Whopper.
Nike or Asics?
Nah, Nike.
Nike. We'll leave the Asics for True God. Eh?
Yeah, bro.
Team AJ, Fury.
Oh damn. Fury.
Chop Suey or Lucipi?
Chop Suey.
If you got $10 million on your tax return, what would be the first thing you do?
I'll buy my mom a house.
How did I know you're going to say that? What's your favorite takeout spot?
KFC.
Favorite home cooked meal?
I like a quiche.
Oh, what a fancy guy.
Yo, no one cooks quiches here, but I've always wanted a homemade quiche.
Get a Thomas Bakery. If you lost your voice, what would be your dream job?
Oh, bro, that's hard. Looks like it's back to the warehouse, brother.
Team like this.
Yo, team like this.
Thanks heaps for jumping on. Like, I've always been proud of you, and I look at you guys like my little bros too, and whenever you guys do well, like, I'm always proud. But thanks for using your power in a positive way, like your power of influence. Yeah.
Likewise, bro. Likewise, like when I seen what your brand stood for, you know, I had to support, you know. I know what it's like to be there, so
yeah. Good example for have hope, fight back. All the best for tonight. Yeah. We'll be singing in the background with you.
Thank you. But nothing but love, hey.
Take care.
Much love. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, bye.
Whew. Ali!